Well, I'm on the farm today and I've had a busy morning, and I continue to add to the collection of junk here on the farm, but necessary junk. This place is starting to look like junk city, but that's okay. One man's junk's another man's treasure. That's what I've heard. So I saw an ad on the internet superhighway for a Wagon running gear, and I started salivating. Ran to the bank machine, grabbed some cash, and told the guy I'd take it. And here it is, a real gold nugget. So I'm not sure what make of wagon this is, and I've never seen a hay wagon pulled up so tight that the back of it stuck out like that. But it's a 5-lug wheel wagon. I'm not sure what that translates to in tonnage, but I can use it. As seems like every wagon I get, the front spindles are seized up, and so it towed a little bit different, and it was so light, you know, when I'd go around a turn. I didn't go around sharp turns with it, but it bounced enough that it would just kind of kick over. And when it didn't bounce, at least on 2 occasions, and I was going real slow, and it would literally take that back end and slide it as the front end went around like a rigid beam. And you can see this center beam right here. Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't. Is just a little bit bowed right in here. It's kind of bowed like that, I think, more than anything. But oddly enough, when I looked at this wagon, the front end was upside down and the back end was as it should be. And the guy told me, he said, well, when I loaded on my trailer and brought it to wherever he brought it to, he said the back end just flipped 180 degrees. And I was like, huh, because I was thinking a lot of these wagons, they'll have a slot in here, and they'll turn, you know, maybe 15 degrees one way and the other way. But so he said, let me pick it up. And he picked it up, and we're able just to spin it back around 180 degrees to get it right side up. And it's always an adventure getting old equipment. And but this tire's not exactly straight. So as I went down the road, it got a little bit warm, and this hub got a little bit warm. The rest of them felt okay. Obviously, these tires are in need of replacing, but my view is if they'll hold air, you know, I'll use them until they won't hold air. This front of the wagon here, I mean, it looks like a big old thick steel piece, and the tie rod's not, it's a little bowed right there, but it's not bent. Not sure why that's all loose. You can see where I drove it, the grease is running out of the bearing, or the water, probably more like water. And the front, I mean, that's a kind of a serious piece of steel on the clevis, so that's a good thing, I think. My sign right here, I just taped it on, slow moving sign, and the guy that sold it, he said, you know, probably wouldn't. I was thinking about this wagon was about, well, let me just say it was within a few minutes to the farm. And I told the guy, I said, well, maybe I ought to just let it rip and just fly on down the road. I said, but I do have this, and I got this John Deere looking yellow tape. And he said, well, you know, if you're trying, they'll probably let you off the hook. So we wrapped this thing around and taped it on, and miraculously it held. And this is one time when I literally drove like 25 miles an hour or less. I didn't want the rubber flying off the tires. I didn't want, you know, a wheel bearing seizing up because it got so hot running so fast. And don't know what make. I'll dig around on this thing and see if I can find a tag. I haven't yet, but I just got on the farm with it. And so yeah, we got a running gear here that we can use to make a wagon out of, and it's got a big old long tubular frame. This thing ought to open up pretty nicely, and I gotta fab up some of these things to go up here. And I don't know if this will be a round bale wagon or a kicker wagon. And let's see here, the wheels. I'm not sure what size wheels it has on it. Oh, it's got white walls here. Let's see. I don't even see a size on here. It almost looks like a recap right there, but maybe not. Let me go over here. This is extra traction 6-ply Goodyear. I do not see a wheel size on here. I'm thinking it's a 15-inch wheel. Man, these tires are so wore. Here we go. 715. 715. And one of these wheels, the valve stem wasn't even sticking out. Like this one right here. Okay, maybe it's tried to come out since I rode. Maybe it's tried to come out since I brought it up here, but or maybe that one's gone in. Here it is. Yeah, so like I said, one of these, the valve stem wasn't even sticking out. I mean, I can stick my finger in there and the tube's completely flat. But these tires are so stiff, probably from sitting and hard, you know, it rolled up here like a champ. And I figured no further than I had to go. If I had to run it on the rims, that's what I'd do. So, yep, from Junk City, here in the mountains of Virginia, another wagon gear, another hay wagon for the farm. Hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and we'll talk to you later.